Hello class, in this video you are going to be learning what your next assignment is, which is design a box for food or design. What you all need to do is pair up, so groups of two, and figure out how you want to design a box that is going to hold these 3D printed food. I have a muffin here, a cupcake, and like a little mini cupcake thing. What your box has to do is be able to easily transport this thing without it being damaged. So it's going to have to be a fully enclosed box, just like we did with the assignment before, where you created a box following that tutorial. You're going to be creating your own box this time, and it has to hold two of these. Now, when I say two of them, it can be two of the same size, or it can be one of one size and one of another. It doesn't really matter. But it has to be able to hold two of them. It has to have a lid that opens or closes, and it has to securely carry the food. Now, I say securely carry the food cannot move around inside the box. And remember that this is a food item. So we don't want the edge of this food being touching the outside edge of the box. So find a way to secure this thing in place inside the box. So you may end up doing like an insert that is part of the folded flanges of the outside box, and as it folds in, it creates like a little shelf, or it can be a separate piece that gets inserted into your box. Either way, however you design this thing, everything needs to fit on side or on top of a 22-inch by 28-inch rectangle. And the reason for that is we're going to take the flat file and move it over to the large format printer and print this on top of your box, and then you'll be able to fold it and cut it out, or cut out, fold it, and then we're going to test it. We're going to see how well the box withstands being dropped and so on and so forth. So here are your what is needed for this assignment. Again, this is design a box for food, the design. The box, when unfolded, cannot be larger than 22-inch by 28-inch. So I just said has to be able to hold two different pieces of 3D printed food. And again, just pick the food that you all want to use. We have, again, muffins. We have two different types of cupcakes, whatever you want to use. It is your choice. The box has to have a lid, and the box has to close down with the top and bottom and sides. You cannot have it so, like, let's say this thing is just a crate or something like that. You can't do that. It has to be able to fully enclose. What you're going to turn in is a hand-drawn sketch of your concept. Make sure that both of the team members are on this sketch. And I don't need an isometric. I don't need an orthographic drawing. All I need is a concept. So if I look at the picture, I can see where it is you're trying to go with this thing, how you're trying to secure the food in place, how the box is going to open and close. So that's what I need, are the concept sketch. Talk to your partner on this thing. How do you all want to do this? And submit the file. I only need one submission per pair. And no, this is not a project that you can just work on by yourself. You do have to have a partner. Make sure that, again, the names are on the sketches. Just take a picture with your cell phones of of what you hand drew. Email it to yourself, and then you can submit that through Schoology. And again, I only need one submission per pair because y'all's names are on it. I can just match it up. That's no problem. That's about it for this. Again, once the concept sketch is approved, then I will be going through, or you'll be going through and designing it. If you get ahead on this one, you want to go ahead and start designing it in Fusion. Remember to take the dial calipers. They are in these black boxes on the teacher's desk, and they look like this. There is if you go into Project Lead the Way and open up our class on Project Lead the Way and do a search for dial caliper, there is instructions on how to read these dial calipers and how to use them. It's like a 28-second video. It's pretty quick if you want to look at that. Otherwise, you should be good to go. Make sure that as you're designing your Fusion 360 file, that you change your material and don't use the cardboard that they used in the last one. That stuff is too thick. You're going to want to use the poster board. And I have one of the poster boards up here on the computer or the teacher's desk. You can go ahead and measure that out. So use that as your material Do this as in the sheet metal inside of Fusion when you are ready to actually do the 3D design. If there's any questions, please let me know.